Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and today we were graced with the much awaited patch for Aliens Dark Descent. This is how this is gonna go, because the list is huge. I'm gonna read the list of actual fixes, I'm gonna comment on the ones that I believe warrant the more attention, and I will link the Steam page list that Tindalos themselves made in the comment section below, so you can read that at your own discretion. The idea is here to start a discussion about what they've been doing and how they've been approaching all this, and to that end I'm gonna read the opening statement because it is extremely interesting. Dear Wayland Yutani shareholders, that's us. First of all, we apologize for the delay in releasing the patch notes. The board of directors had to scrupulously review the report. The R&D department at Tindalos Interactive has been diligently working to building better games with our latest project, Aliens Dark Descent. In pursuit of excellence, we're set to roll out our first major patch, meticulously crafted based on community feedback. This patch makes a significant leap in our constant drive to refine, balance and achieve the perfect gaming organism. With a mix of enhancements, balancing, tweaks and fixes, expect more immersive descent into the alien world. This isn't just an update, it's a testament to our commitment to you, our esteemed shareholders. Here's a reminder of the topics for the General Assembly regarding the next patch. It says, add the possibility to skip the prologue, introduce an option to make the campaign death clock obsolete, so no death clock, implement an autosave feature with quitting the Otago and much more. And then they say, please remember that profits remain our primary consideration for the sake of the project's development, so keep supporting us by giving it a thumbs up. This is so spot on when you are speaking to someone who is supposedly a shareholder. It's us the gamers, but it's also a very honest statement about them being in the business of making games that need to be profitable so they can stay afloat. I really like this touch. Now I'm gonna go through the major bug fixes and I'm gonna stand and have a look at the ones that I deem most important. Then I'm gonna go into balancing and new content. The minor ones you can check out for yourselves using the link. Fix of an error preventing the player to unlock the Olduvai Refinery Mission 11 when finishing Price of Deception Mission 10. If your progress is currently blocked, you can redeploy to Price of Deception and directly extract to unlock the Mission 11. So if you were stuck there and unable to progress your game, this will work for you retroactively. Heavily wounded Marines are now saved when extracting after the defense phase at the end of Harper's Hell. That is the red mission, I should call it the red mission. What it says is that, as with your turrets being auto-picked up, it's the same thing with Marines that were on the ground. They will also be auto-picked up and carried out of the mission. Prevent the bug allowing the player to complete the objective shutdown vents before unlocking it during the mission Price of Deception. We had an issue with that on the last stream, now it's fixed. Veterinarian McNeil no longer disappears when dropped on the ground in the mines of Dead Hills, so that one survivor will not just vanish. Civilians no longer disappear when dropped on the ground of a lift. Nice. Civilians dropped on the floor are still considered part of the squad. Fix the massive onslaught directly stopping after it starts. Never happened to me. Improvement of several issues blocking the dialogues and preventing the player from progressing further. I suppose they're referring to the very first onslaught, Dead Hills. Add a protection that will teleport your Marines, drone civilians near their current position if they are stuck in the environment. Thank God. The workaround until now was to place a sentry very close to them and then issue the specific Marine to pick up the sentry so they would like sync their animation, get out of the wall and pick it up. Now it should be working as intended. Brawler personality traits now working properly. Yeah, it kinda never worked for me. General improvement of the stability when using a gamepad. Prevent a crash from happening on the welcome screen. Never had that. Fix a crash that would happen when eggs were opening to release facehuggers. Prevent a crash caused by the alien AI. Fix an issue when a Marine enduring a facehugger's embrace during recover from a ragdoll doesn't block his skills and movements. That's a mess. Reselecting an objective no longer makes it disappear on the top left corner of your tactical view. Fix an issue where McNeil's lab looting the data pad right after the sentry might result in a blocker. Blocker, I suppose, you'd be unable to progress. Fixed an issue endlessly blocking the Marine in an interaction when using the flashlight. That's strange, never happened to me. Out of several safeguards preventing aliens to be stuck in patrol. Fix the lift floor interaction first button focus by default. Okay. Fix of a crash where loading an autosave or run this introduction cinematic. The alien will always attack Meiko if she gets detected in the Otago Mission 9. This is a disaster of a mission, they should remove it altogether, it's horrendous. Humanoids will always spawn during the tutorial covered in Berkeley's dock. Fix of the crash occurring when repairing a sentry in front of the Queen's room of the Tindalos base, Mission 8. Bleeding timer is now correctly stopped during scriptic sequences. You won't wanna watch a cutscene and your marine to bleed to death during the cutscene. Placing a sentry at the start of basement -2 floor of atmospheric nightmare, mission 6. No longer kill the scripted aliens, which was resulting in a blocker. You can no longer be blocked using the incinerator during Berkeley's dock. Repaired synthetic are now fired with a pistol. Okay, they're not totally useless when you're carrying them back. Fix the potential crash when loading and autosave during massive onslaught. Fix the blocker that was happening when spamming A and RB during the first deployment tutorial. This controller related. To avoid a potential blocker, you can no longer take lift when the ARC tutorial is ongoing during Dead Hills Mission 1. Potential fix of a crash that was occurring when opening a datapad while watching a camera feed. The days are now displaying the PCU instead of next to the trauma's name, okay, easier to spot. Marines no longer get stuck when taking damage during recovering from a ragdoll. Fix pathfinding issue when taking the elevator from the second floor to the first floor with Berkeley's dock. Fix a potential blocker when loading an autosave occurring while a scripted sequence is ongoing. Fix an issue where the player was not allowed to use the middle elevator of the APC tutorial in Dead Hills. Add autosaves during the power loader sequence on Olduvai. Fix an issue that can prevent the mine objective to trigger in Dead Hills. Fix the killer objectives in Nuclear Protocol. Fix the Anand objectives in Nuclear Protocol. Didn't have any issue with those. Lots of display improvements and fixes to the UI during mission on the Otago. Fix marine upgrade. Visuals sometimes disappearing after purchase. Fix a problem with the lifts where the player had to get out of the lift to trigger it again. Fix the crash that could occur when taking a lift with a left behind drone. That happens 100% I think during mission 10. Players now get the proper outcome for not saving the survivals in Olduvai mission 11, okay? Fix an issue that makes the skill unusable if the drone menu when all takers die. Fix an issue where using the overload plasma beam to an alien performing a special attack could sometimes freeze the game. Fantastic. Fix a crash in Berkeley's dock that could occur when taking the elevator from the second floor. Synth recovery missions are now properly converted into engineers when getting back in the Otago. Fix many issues when taking the lift to Montero Mission 7. Fix the event sabotage of the Otago's generator so it could be repeated indefinitely. That concludes the major bug fixes. As you probably understood, there was no fix mentioned here about the case where you would try to weld the door, get attacked mid-animation, and then the door will be a non-object in the environment that could neither be breached by the Xenos nor welded or unwelded by the Marines. There is a note in the minor bug fixes that states that aliens can now breach all breachable doors. I don't know if that's the fix that were intended for this, but that's what we get. I surely hope that was fixed, because that is the worst thing in the game right now. It's a save killer. You might have made huge progress into a mission, and then if you try to weld the door and it gets attacked for 1 HP by any Xeno, you're stuck in that room and you will never be able to escape. Now, balancing, aliens will now only detect you faster if you're close to the source of the noise you've made. Very good. Few covers were disabled in Atmospheric Nightmare Mission 6. Drastically increased the humanoid respawn timer. I don't know how good this is. The power loader phase of Olduvai main mine mission 11 is now an infinite onslaught. That's good, because when I was playing I actually killed the Xenos fast, the hunt ended, and then I just strolled to the exit. Suppression of various shelter positions across various locations. The power loader phase of Tindalos base is now an infinite onslaught. That makes total sense. Crushers during the final defense of the Olduvai mine are dispatched through every available spawn point, so it is a more cyclical encroaching path for them. And new content, additional 5 new traumas to add more diversity: hypochondria, hematophobia, anthropophobia, obsessive compulsive, and xenomorphophobia. I thought that was in the game already. So that's a huge list of fixes a week after the game came out, which is not very bad timing. They really worked their asses off and presented us with a patch that supposedly fixes a lot of things. I really hope they fixed what I just mentioned, the fact that certain doors can become non-doors whilst you try to weld them, because it has killed my progress a couple of times. But apart from that, most of the stuff I saw in here is stuff that fixes issues that I was able to detect most of the time and wish for them to be fixed. Apparently, they're committed to improving the game, and that's the best we can hope for this early in the game's life cycle. Sub, like, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I made this video so we can discuss what they fixed and what they didn't fix, so I hope you didn't just run to the link to pick it up and read for yourself. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection, Marines. Cheers!